Hello everybody, this is Mr. Cloud, and in this video I'm going to walk you through how to use the retake form for my class. Alright, so first of all you need to know where to pick up the retake form. It is located in my classroom. There's an image, it's in the back of the room. You can find the comfortable IKEA chair, and then there's Alexander Hamilton himself. There's the little yellow form, and we'll need that for later, but just to the right of the yellow form, let me get out my pen here, is where the retake forms live. You're free to go and get one anytime. I'll keep this nice and stocked. It's also available from my website, but you know, pick up already printed one here because you'll need a print version. It's not an online thing. Alright, so if you need a retake form, and remember, you can use a retake form to retake anything that's in the grade book. During the current quarter, you can retake home practices that maybe you didn't do, or didn't get a good grade on, or you can retake learning checks in class, the formative learning checks, or you can retake any kind of close activity that we do, or any other type of assessed activity we do as a formative activity, or the big ones, you can definitely retake your unit test individual standards. So the unit tests are divided into, like, we'll say unit test 2A, unit test 5B. Those are the individual standards that you'll take on a particular unit test, and if one of those is low, you should retake it as soon as you know the material by going here and grabbing one of these forms. Right? So here's a close-up look of that, and again, the forms live right there. And once you're done with the form, you go home, I'll show you how to use it, then you will place the form here beneath the yellow completed retake forms go here sheet. Right? Once a week or every so often, I will grab those out of there and update the grades. So, how do we use the form itself? Let me get you another perspective of it. Right? That's where you pick them up. Then you turn them in here. To use them, you should read this section very carefully. It kind of gives you the same directions I'm giving you here. You'll go to this website, use your Kia account, and find the thing you need to retake. And I'm going to zoom in on this bottom part to kind of walk you through this. You obviously put your name here and your period number, and then you will tell me the name of the grade item to be changed. You can get this in Student View. That's your grade book, and you will say, okay, I didn't do well on, let's say, the 2A learning check. So you put 2A learning check here, and you would tell me your original score. Let's say it was 60, right? Now, you don't just immediately retake something after you get your 60 because you may not know it that much better. You need to go home, make some flashcards, work on it, make sure you really know the material. There's lots of things on my website that will help you. See me, talk to a classmate, do whatever you need to do to master the material. And once you've mastered it, retake it through the Kia, retake form assignment. It will say something like 2A learning check retake version. You take that, and then you record your new score. It's not an unlimited retake. You get one shot at this retake, one shot per form. So if you need to do another one, we need to talk about that, right? So you would, oops, actually that one's not. Then you would write it there, there, and there. And then the verbal mastery is something that I would fill out. Occasionally when you turn these in, I just want to double check that you really know the material really well. So before putting this in the grade book, I may pull you aside and talk to you and make sure that you really know at the level that your new score demonstrates. And if not, I might ask you to do it again, just so we're on the same page that you have fully mastered that material. Now the trick is you don't do this on your own. You would need to do this with someone watching you. So a proctor is a fancy way of saying an adult who will watch you and make sure you don't use your notes or phone or other websites or anything like that. Typically, this is going to be a parent, though a school staff or a faculty member would also be acceptable. So if you get like a librarian or a technology person to possibly help you, another teacher during homeroom time or something like that, then they would sign and saying, yes, I watched Johnny, Susie do this, and they'll tell me the relationship with this person. So it's my teacher, my mom, whatever the situation is, that person would need to sign here, crazy signature, and date the proctoring attempt, right? Then you turn in this form back to me, and then wait a few days, and I will put in the grade book. I do need to really emphasize this part down here, though. These forms will only be accepted up to 2 days before the end of the quarter, so you have to be really careful with your calendar on this one. At that point, we're going to lock the grades down, and no other grades can be revised. And then, of course, as we leave one quarter into the next quarter, we don't revise any grades. So make sure that your grades are where you want them to be as we end each time. All right? So I look forward to seeing great work come in from you occasionally when it slips, though. Definitely take advantage of this opportunity. And thank you for watching this video.